100-inch pound.
Alright, so we've got this bearing retainer that we just put in. We cleaned all the bearings. These are the heavily modified cases. Everything's going to 100 inch-pounds, which is close enough to 9 foot-pounds that no one can really complain about it. I'm just going to walk through here, check for bearing retainers, make sure that they're all in. We're going to put the old cranky shafty in a minute. But do I need to wait on anything for this? I don't remember. I don't think so. I think bearing retainer. I think we can put this one in.
Yep. Put that in if you want.
I'm just going to use these bolts because I do not recall what these were for.
That bearing retainer, I believe.
There were 3. But
one of them is
ooh, I don't like that too much.
one of them was for that oil crossover.
Yeah.
That bolted right here.
I don't like the way that felt. Time to investigate. Is it the bolt or the case? We're gonna need a different bolt probably.
Like out of all the sockets, he grabs my nice
The UV ones.
UV Astro socket I ain't even used yet.
Yes, sir. It was the only 10mm 1/4-inch drive I could find. Yo, my guy, I didn't look in the corner.
Oh, there's one here. There's one here.
Yeah, I didn't like the spline drive. I wanted a 6-point 1/4-inch drive, 10mm.
There's 2 of them right here that I keep.
Yeah, but you see, this one caught my eye because it was like one of these things just doesn't belong here, and
that is a nice socket.
And so here I am.
Not paid, but I will definitely say that the Astro 410 kit comes with 4 10mm sockets.
Now, if they wanted to sponsor us, we wouldn't be mad.
Worth it if you have a UV light and you're always losing 10mm.
Which we have both of those things. Alright, so 100 inch-pounds. We're good. Yep, your arm was just directly in the way. Good job. Jake said, I'm going to stay out of the way of the microphone, I guess.
Sure. Put this socket up.
So, I think that's bearing retainers.
Put them inside and external of the front case.
This one and that one.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we'll be smart about it.
This is the building my first Rancher 350 workshop right here.
I'm learning. He's going to teach me because I haven't done it, and that way y'all can learn.
Hey, there you go.
Together so I can make sense out of it. Okay.
Alright, so first you'll want to take that reverse idler
These two.
gear. Yes. You're going to want to lube up this shaft with
There's
some Ultra Slick.
There is no washers.
No washers.
Okay.
And that one will go this way, larger gear facing down. And you'll probably want to put a little bit of, on the face of
We're
it.
gonna
that's
keep
going to
it-
ride here.
Keep everything nice and lubed up, just like your woman likes it.
Okay. Next, you'll probably want to take transmission input shaft, which is, that
The
one.
bigger ones.
The one you just had,
Okay, the smaller ones.
I believe. Yeah.
We got little collar.
Yeah, don't lose that. There's a gear that rides on that. We'll show you here in a minute.
Okay. I'm just
You're
going to
gonna- you're
lube
gonna go
up
into
all
this end?
sides,
Yeah.
because if I'm here, I might as well. It's not going to hurt anything. Too much lube is a good thing.
Ultra Slick is your friend.
Like I said, just ask your old lady. Too much lube is a good thing. Okay. Here?
Man, there's no up top. Yep, right there.
Here. Okay.
And then we're going to have to probably put it up on blocks
Yeah, it
right
needs
about
to.
now. Let's take this case and let's bring it away.
Okay, I'm going to have to Adjust camera for new height. Okay. I'm gonna move this around a little bit. I'll play with it in post.
This might be fun, taking the rest of this cluster shaft right here.
Hey, no sir. No sir, you're teaching me how to do it so that everyone else who hadn't done it can learn.
I am trying to learn a little bit as well here, because it's been a hot minute since I've put a transmission together, at least a couple of years. Probably about 2 years.
Yeah, it's been about 25 since I have.
So I've tried keeping this as an entire shaft assembly still together. There is a thrust washer on this side here. This one may have needed to go in first. Let me see.
We'll find out.
Well, yeah, let's take this out.
Okay, so we're gonna pull the reverse thing. We're gonna make sure we get it done the right way the first time.
Okay, so yeah, let's do that. Let's put this one in first.
Okay, we'll try that. And you can learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
I didn't like that sound at all. Oh no, I remember, because I remember you complaining about it. Let me see.
Uh-oh. Oh, these. Okay, yeah.
I remembered that. And then it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you're fighting dogs right now.
Yeah, and if I remember right,
those may have to go in together.
Yeah, that's what it is, and I'm trying to. What's happening is I've got gears hitting on other gears because I'm not. Okay.
Here.
Hold on. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. Let me look.
Okay.
We're gonna play a game. Oh, good.
Yeah. So that. Just take the gear off first.
Excuse me? How did you go to Narnia? It didn't hit the ground.
I don't know what you do with it.
What I did with it, it runned away. It said, I don't want to be in this no more. Did it go that way? I know it can tell us. Part that ran away. It's a little collar thing. Yeah, it hit the case and then hit the table and then yeeted.
I really don't know where it went.
Alright. We'll let you know when we find it and how far it went.
Just say.
Okay, so we're going to throw the trans in. And pretty much what you're going to want to do
Show the camera.
is you're going to spline something like that. And it's a pain in the butt, but you just kind of wiggle and there we go. Not bad. Cool. That was a good first time.
Okay, next. You want to take
This and it goes
Put the gear in first. Yeah, like that.
this way. I need the washer.
There is not one.
Okay, I keep thinking there is. Oh, no. No, sir.
Oh, you may have to lift up on one of the shafts.
Both at once, probably. Hold on. I get it. There we go. It'll drop in there.
And put your shaft through that.
No, sir. There. Okay. Come on, are we in our home?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
No. That piece you fought come unsplined again.
Mm-mm. Pull that dog up. Check. No, we're good.
Slider.
It's in the bearing all the way.
Not with all that wiggling, it don't look like it.
There it goes. It's in now.
Okay, yeah, that's for sure in.
Okay, so we've already lubricated all the bearings with assembly lube. We've done lubricated the reverse idler gear and all that. So now this gear goes here.
Yes, splines towards the top side.
Okay, I had it right.
And then you have that hardened washer.
This
Yep.
here, which this is the blued washer.
Yeah.
Then we can set
Yes.
little buddy here in,
Yeah.
and there's a certain way this goes, and he's about to tell me.
Really, first, what I would do is I would take your shift forks, and so you're going to start with A, and you're going to want to put some Ultra Slick
Everywhere.
on the fork faces. There you go. Show the camera.
My bad, I forgot about that.
Yep.
Okay. And then inside probably would not be the worst idea.
Yeah, you can put it on the shaft if you want afterwards. So you're going to want to take, it's A, B, and then C.
A's down low and it goes here.
It goes, yeah, in the grooves of the slider. Yep.
Okay.
I will take some pictures of this and then also apply it to the post.
Grab
Hopefully
the camera.
Hopefully people will be taking pictures of their transmission when they take it apart anyways.
Okay. And then B. Alright, does it go like, no. This is C, because this is B.
And then B goes here.
And they go up. This part, the raised section.
You'll see the A, B, and C facing up.
If you do it the way we're doing it. If you're putting it on the
that
other
one's
half.
upside down. There you go.
Okay, so this one actually does go this way.
O3B. Yep. And then you just kind of want to have these like out of the way for just a second, facing that way.
And then I'll take
you'll
this.
the gear shift drum.
And because I'm a nice guy.
No, you don't need
I'll need it here probably.
No, yeah, it was on the other end. I'm sorry. That's for the other end of the case.
Okay.
But that just goes into a bearing fit. Trying to think which way this actually needs to go.
Well, let's find out. Guaranteed there.
Nope. About here. Should put it neutral. You should be able to lift up some of the sliders. Like this one right here.
There we go. I got one in.
Will be neutral. And this one right here should be neutral.
Hold on.
Out of 2 gears.
There we go. Now if we spin it. Oh. Okay.
Then you'll take the long shaft that's
I
there.
couldn't
Yep.
see it. Okay.
And yep, put some assembly lube on it.
You can use a lot more than this. I'm just not a big lube guy. Is there supposed to be any washers in here or no?
No.
Okay.
And then we should be able to go through
There we go.
and verify this is in neutral, which it'd be good enough. At least it does move.
Now, how about now? There we go. Right? No?
That's a different gear. There, oh, you had neutral. There you go. That's
Okay,
neutral.
cool. There, we're in neutral. Alright. Now, do we want
Crankshaft.
you want to set the crank in here? On this side?
Yeah, we need to put some Ultra Slick in that bearing. And then also need to put some on the connecting rod main journal bearing. Should be, yeah, some slots in the connecting rod.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, okay. I got it. Move your hand, Jake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then put some on the other side of it too, that side. So this right here is my fancy machined Rancher 400 AT crankshaft machine to the exact specifications of a Rancher 350 crankshaft to work with the drive primary clutch gear here on the crankshaft.
Okay.
This is a 2mm longer stroke. Nope. Yeah, I guess don't set it all the way down because
Okay.
you have to put the balance shaft in as well with it and time it.
Okay.
So, yeah,
So,
balance shaft.
it's going to sit like so-ish.
There.
7.
No. Okay, hang on. Let me do this right quick and I'll show you. Watch your fingers.
I like that. That one looks good. Yep, perfect. That's exact. Oh, Okay, I found a mark.
It should be on the other side of it. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you have them here. Well, yeah, so this mark here is covered up by the bearing, but there's another mark on the other side of the crank. So if you can get the crank out, you need to mesh them together and then lay them down.
Oh, that was good. That just you go back in your home, buddy.
Okay, so inside the webbing right here is
Okay.
a mark,
So here's our mark.
and then on this side there's another mark.
So my mark is on this tooth, and I got it. My mark is on this tooth, and then it's this one.
Let me just make sure.
He doesn't trust me, guys. He hates me.
So we're gonna go here.
You didn't even put the mark where the mark is.
It's on the other side. Alright, so here I'm going to the camera. There's a casting mark right here on the crankshaft. What I'm doing is I'm taking a Sharpie. Now you wouldn't have this issue if this bearing right here wasn't still on the crankshaft. And the other side of this gear actually has a hash mark on it to line up with the balance shaft. So I'm taking this Sharpie mark here.
And this Sharpie mark.
And then on this side of the balance shaft, there's a mark as well. I don't know how easy it is to see.
It's not going to show it.
I'm just taking a Sharpie mark and going there as well. So he's going to take those two and line them up.
The two Sharpie marks are going to become really good friends.
And if they're not perfect, when you rotate it, you'll know because
it'll do just like what happened last time whenever I played with it just now.
It'll just stop the crank.
Okay, come on, buddy. Get in the bearing. Whoever said this would be fun lied. Alright, cool. So if we rotate this, there we go. Look at that. We have some other issue though, Jake, that is unforeseen.
What?
It won't work.